Imagine a child, eyes wide with hunger, staring at an empty plate. The pangs of hunger are not just a physical sensation, but a deep emotional scar that leaves a lasting impact on their young minds. This child, like many others, dreams of a day when they won't have to worry about their next meal. This is poverty's stark reality. Families crammed into tiny, dilapidated spaces struggling to make ends meet. The walls of their homes tell stories of hardship and resilience, of dreams deferred and hopes that flicker like a candle in the wind. Millions of families struggle daily, their lives overshadowed by lack. They wait in long lines for food, their faces etched with worry and fatigue. In their cramped homes, they find little solace, constantly battling the fear of what tomorrow might bring. They face hunger, inadequate shelter, and limited access to healthcare and education. Children rummage through garbage, searching for anything of value, while makeshift shelters offer little protection from the elements. Clinics are overcrowded and the wait for medical attention can be excruciatingly long. It is a heartbreaking reality that no one should endure. The sight of a child crying in a slum, a family huddled together in a small space, and homes that are falling apart is a stark reminder of the urgent need for change. Poverty is not just about lacking money. It is about the constant struggle to meet basic needs, the empty wallets that symbolize broken dreams, and the broken-down homes that reflect shattered lives. It is about the endless waiting, the feeling of being trapped in a cycle that seems impossible to break. It is about lacking choices, opportunities, and a sense of dignity. Children are denied education, people walk miles for a drop of water, and the pervasive sense of hopelessness can be overwhelming. The lack of opportunities stifles potential and crushes dreams. It robs individuals of their potential and traps families in a cycle of despair. People are forced to work in inhumane conditions, children labor instead of learning, and families are left despondent, wondering if they will ever escape the grip of poverty. We must remember that behind the statistics are real people with real dreams and aspirations. Each face in the crowd has a story, each child has a dream, and each family holds on to a glimmer of hope. They are not just numbers, they are individuals with the same desires and aspirations as anyone else. We must act to break these chains of poverty and create a world where everyone has a chance to thrive. By supporting education, fostering community initiatives, and encouraging small businesses, we can pave the way for a brighter future. Volunteers teaching children, community gardens blooming, and small businesses thriving are all signs of progress and hope. Let us open our hearts and minds to the plight of the underprivileged. By coming together as a community, we can make a difference. Whether it's through volunteering, donating, or simply raising awareness, every action counts. Community meetings, shared meals, and helping hands are the building blocks of a compassionate society. Let us work together to build a world where every child's stomach is full, and every individual has the opportunity to live a life of dignity and hope. A world where children smile with full plates, communities thrive, and families are empowered to build a better future. Together we can turn the tide and create lasting change. Poverty is not a natural disaster. It is a man-made crisis. It is a result of deliberate choices and policies that favor the few at the expense of the many. This crisis is perpetuated by a system that values profit over people, and it is the most vulnerable who suffer the most. It is deeply rooted in systemic inequalities that have persisted for generations. These inequalities manifest in various forms, from economic disparity to social injustice, and they are often interlinked, creating a vicious cycle that is hard to break. Think of a farmer who works tirelessly, yet struggles to feed his family. Despite his hard work, he remains trapped in poverty because the system is stacked against him. He lacks access to quality seeds, modern farming techniques, and fair market prices. Without these essential resources, his productivity remains low, and his income is insufficient to support his family. His hard work does not translate into a decent income. The market is unforgiving, and the prices he gets for his produce are often not enough to cover his costs, let alone make a profit. This is the reality for many. Families are forced to make difficult choices, often having to prioritize immediate survival over long-term well-being. Children are pulled out of school to work, perpetuating the cycle of poverty. Unequal access to land, resources, and opportunities creates a system where the poor are disadvantaged from the start. They are denied the basic tools needed to improve their situation, making it nearly impossible to break free from the cycle of poverty. Discrimination based on caste, religion, or gender further exacerbates these inequalities. These forms of discrimination limit access to education, employment, and social services, making it even harder for marginalized groups to improve their circumstances. We must address these systemic issues to create a level playing field where everyone has a fair chance to succeed. By investing in education, healthcare, and fair economic policies, we can build a society where opportunities are not determined by one's background but by one's potential. Poverty is a vicious cycle, often passed down from one generation to the next. Children born into poverty face immense challenges. They may lack proper nutrition, healthcare, and access to quality education. This limits their opportunities and makes it difficult for them to break free from the cycle of poverty. Imagine a young girl forced to drop out of school to support her family. Without education, her future prospects are bleak. She may end up in low-paying, insecure jobs, perpetuating the cycle of poverty for herself and her future generations. This cycle of deprivation continues unless we intervene with effective measures. Section 4. Breaking Free. Empowering the poor, uplifting nations. Eradicating poverty is not just a moral imperative, it is also smart economics. When we lift people out of poverty, we create a more stable and prosperous society. Poverty reduction leads to increased consumer spending, higher tax revenues, and reduced social costs. When people are trapped in poverty, their potential remains untapped. They are unable to access education, healthcare, and other essential services that could help them improve their lives. This lack of access perpetuates the cycle of poverty, making it difficult for future generations to break free. They cannot contribute fully to the economy, and the nation as a whole suffers. The talents and skills of millions of individuals go to waste, and the country misses out on the innovation and productivity that could drive economic growth. By investing in the poor and empowering them to rise above their circumstances, we unleash a powerful force for economic growth and social progress. Empowered individuals can start businesses, create jobs, and contribute to their communities in meaningful ways. We need to create an enabling environment where the poor have access to opportunities and resources to improve their lives. This means ensuring access to quality education, affordable healthcare, and decent housing. This includes providing access to microcredit, promoting entrepreneurship, and supporting small businesses. Microcredit can help individuals start or expand their businesses, leading to increased income and financial stability, and ensuring social safety nets for the most vulnerable. Social safety nets such as unemployment benefits and food assistance programs provide a crucial lifeline for those in need, helping them to weather difficult times and get back on their feet. When we empower the poor, we empower the entire nation. A nation where everyone has the opportunity to succeed is a stronger, more resilient nation. By working together to uplift the poor, we can create a brighter future for all. Section 5. Education lighting the lamp of knowledge and hope. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to fight poverty. It empowers individuals with knowledge, skills, and critical thinking abilities, enabling them to transform their lives. When children, especially girls, receive a quality education, they are more likely to escape poverty, lead healthier lives, and contribute to their communities. Investing in education, particularly for the underprivileged, is crucial. We must ensure that every child, regardless of their background, has access to quality education from early childhood to higher studies. Let us light the lamp of knowledge and hope in every corner of our nation.